person.
Yes.
And so by these group of men following these principles, that Christ taught them.
Yes. Yes.
Because that's who the true bestower is.
That's who the bestower is. That's right. That's right.
So now they take what they learned because they first had a relationship with God.
Yes.
And then have a relationship with God taught them to have a relationship with themselves.
There you go.
So now they was able to deal with what they needed to deal with. So now they able to get another group of men and teach them the same thing. So what took you probably 20 years to get through, now by your experience, if we listen, it should take us 5 minutes.
That's right.
To get through and get out of it.
That's right. You wouldn't have to suffer like I suffer. That's right. That's
wow.
right. Man, that's huge. Woo! Father beats son. We are all wounded. Listen to me very closely, man.
Right.
We are all wounded by our fathers somehow.
Right.
All of us.
Right.
Some way down the line, we didn't get what we wanted, or get what not wanted, what we needed to be successful.
And I can attest to that. And it's somewhere down the line where my son is wounded.
Yeah. But he's going to be better off because you're getting this instruction now while you're young. I'm not going to say that you're not going to make no mistakes.
Right.
You will, but by coming here, and since you've been with MSF, you have learned tons of information with some other men ain't got that they don't have. Right. So you're going to be able to instruct him better off. I'm not going to say you're not going to fall. You are. Some of y'all going to do the same thing.
Right.
But through all this, man, you got so much knowledge about manhood, about men, that some men, they don't have a clue what you know.
Right.
You know? So you're going to be able to instruct your young son at a very young age and instill something in him that he will never ever forget.
Right.
He'll never forget that because he's going to need your love. He's going to need your commitment, your dedication to guide him as he's going to need that instruction.
Right.
And once he gets that, he will cherish you for the rest of your life.
Right.
Because that's what he needs. Yes, he wants his mother around, but there ain't nothing like a father because if you injure him with that wound, he will never forget that.
Right.
Yeah, you can. Like I told you, you got to go back to your father and forgive. Remember we talked about this in our meetings.
Right.
I said first you have to learn how to forgive him.
Right.
Forgive him for what he's done to you too.
Right.
Some of y'all are out there going through somebody. Some of your fathers have wounded you. You have not forgiven him.
Right.
You got the first. Really, you got to first forgive yourself.
Right.
And then forgive him. Go back to him and say, Father, say, Dad, I forgive you for whatever you've done, what you didn't teach me. I forgive you. Once you have broken that chain that Satan has put there to separate you, then God can close and mend that relationship.
Take it to the bottom.
There you go, brother. There it is. That's how it happens. Forgive me first, then I can forgive him, and then you can come back together.
Right.
Same thing with Christ. Christ had to bring that divide back together after the garden because it separated man from his father. Right. So he had to go to the cross and die for the reunion to come back together. Right. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
His death.
There you go, brother.
Made us in union.
There you go. There you go. Good God from Zion, brother to the wife. Okay. Many young men growing up within unfathered culture reject authority from an early age. Right there. Right. There it is. We ain't got to go no further. Right. Young boys going to reject authority at a young age if the instruction is not there. Right. He needs it from the time he's born all the way up until really for the rest of his life. Right. He needs the instruction. But if he's not, but it's very vital when he's very young. If he don't get it, he's going to reject authority. Every time as he gets older, he ain't want to listen to nobody. He think he knows it all. He going to do what he want to do. Right. And that's what gains are. I'm going to do what I want to do.
Not teachable.
Not teachable, brother.
Become more. If you're not teachable, you really more proud.
There you go. Right. That's right. And then you on the road to destroying yourself. All right, let's go down to the next one, brother.
Young men need to grow up in immediate contact with a reliable and secure man.
My God.
One who models a healthy sexuality.
Yes.
A sense of inner compass, and a grasp on his soul.
Yes.
Perhaps one step towards this for us as men is learning how to be real with other men.
That's right. And that's something we do not know how to do. Be real. We're always trying to cover up. We're always trying to pretend. We're in that mask to let somebody else think that we got it going on, but actually we really hurt on the inside.
Right.
That's so true. Go ahead, continue on, brother.
Honoring the child in me.
Yes, because we all, and we're going to deal with this in about a month. We're going to talk about the king, we're going to talk about the son,
Right.
We're going to talk about the warrior, and we're going to talk about the friend.
Right.
We're going to talk about, because this is what it's all about right here.
Deep in the heart of every man
Mm-hmm.
is a child waiting to be honored.
Yes.
If this honoring is absent before any man brings himself to a woman,
Yes. Good God from Zion.
it is likely he will remain a boy in their
Good God. You heard what you said, right?
Well, I gotta
Read that again, Brother Dwight, for everybody that's listening to that. Read that again, sir.
I'm gonna start this over. Deep in the heart of every man
Yes.
is a child
Uh-huh.
waiting to be honored.
Yes.
If this honoring is absent before
Yes.
any man brings himself into a woman, it is likely
Yes.
he will remain a boy
Good.
in their relationship.
And there's many of them out there today, brother.
Wow.
Man, oh man.
Perhaps this thought underpins much of the malice in our society.
Yes. Yes.
Many of us are not meeting our women or other partners where they need us.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Honoring can only take place among a group of men.
Good God from there. There it is again.
It is used to take place in the tribal ritual
Tribal ritual. Yes.
of our ancestors.
There you go.
In the fields, in the communities of
Yes.
farmers who worked it on the land.
Yes.
Where
Yes.
skills in trade
Yes.
were passed down
There.
from father to son.
There he goes.
Boys understood how their fathers actually worked.
Yes.
Where does this take place today?
Yes.
Does it take place at all?
Uh-huh.
Where skills in trade were passed down from fathers to sons.
Stop right there. Good God from Zion. You heard what he just said. If that boy does not get it at a very early age and he gets into a relationship with a woman, he will continue to stay a boy within himself.
Right.
Because he has not received the instruction from a man, or we gotta say a group of men to
Right.
teach him how to be a man. He will never learn. I don't care how old you are. And me too. I ain't been bestowed upon. Okay, Brother Dwight hasn't been bestowed upon, but in a group of men, we are learning how to be better men because of that. I want to eventually get back to our manhood class, so we can have an actual manhood ceremony.
Right.
Because there's many men, their lives have never been bestowed upon, and they walking around thinking they're men, but they're not men. They're still boys
Right.
in their heart, because there was no man there to teach them.
Right.
So we learn by trial and error, just like you said, experimenting with certain things.
Right.
And what it has done, it has destroyed us as being, quote unquote, a so-called man.
Wow.
And we're not a man. I don't care how old you are. If you have not been bestowed upon, we are not men.
Wow.
We are fake
Right.
men. Period. I hope you heard what I said. You are not a man if you have not been bestowed upon by elders that do that and bestow that upon you. You are not. I am not. Brother Dwight is not. But we are striving. That's why this organization was created, to teach you principles. I've learned a lot in my 53 years. All right? But I want you to learn. I want us all to be officially a man. Say, man, I have arrived. And I'm going to give out certificates. I'm going to give out all that stuff so you can. And that's why I hated when the meetings started going awry and going down, because we still need this, man.
Right.
We need to have a manhood ceremony so we can have, but they got to go through the course. And they need to be coming to the meeting. We may have to get back to that, man. It ain't going to be like it used to be, but we got to get back to that. Because that's the only way we're going to really have manhood. Do you remember, and I'm going to say this, do you remember in The Wizard of Oz when everybody was getting their the things they needed? The Scarecrow was getting a heart.
Okay.
Right? The Scarecrow was getting a heart. The Tin Man, what did the Tin Man have? He needed the Scarecrow. No, Scarecrow didn't have no brains. Okay. He needed brains. The Tin Man didn't have no heart. And then the Lion didn't have no courage.
Okay.
And then as he went to the wizard, he gave each of them something. But what he gave to the lion, he gave him a piece of paper stating that now you have courage and you are king of lions. Right. And he started rattling off all that stuff. That's what you as a man, that's what we as men need. We need to be bestowed upon with something, ding, ding. You have become a man, now go and teach other men to be men.
Right.
And that's what Jesus said. Go teach them to be fishers of what?
Men. That's the word.
I ain't gonna go no further, brother. All right, let's get this after some fathers, man. Boy, this thing, woo.
Teach them to be fishermen of men.
Good.
Jesus prophesied.
That's what he said. Be fishers of men. Make them men.
Right.
But they could not do that unless it was bestowed upon them.
Right.
He made them disciples.
Right.
He bestowed upon them.
And they had to go bestowed upon them.
There you go. Basic biblical concept.
Right.
They were just regular men, but Jesus had to give them instruction.
Right.
He taught them.
Right.
They sat around with him.
They followed.
They followed him.
Right. But first they had to deny.
They had to deny themselves. God was I. They had to deny themselves. And that's one thing we as men got to do. We have to deny ourselves.
Right.
Before we can enter in to the Holy of Holies with God to receive what we need.
Right. That's good.
Man, oh man. Wow.
Good.
That's a sermon, brother. Man, oh man. Let's go to the absent fathers, and then we're gonna shift up and go down. I know you got the role in a minute. The impact of fathers, and we're gonna close this out, man.
Absent fathers.
Mm-hmm.
America must face the reality that alteration in the American society has weakened the ability of families to successfully raise children.
That's right.
Good. And it says America society has weakened the ability
That's
of
right.
families to successfully raise children.
So you ain't got to say no more right there, bro. Society.
Right.
Society has done that. Has weakened, that means the man box.
Right.
The enemy is in control of that.
Right.
Has weakened us as men.
Right.
And we fall right into it and we don't even see it.
And United States, each country have a report card.
Yes.
United States has a C- in caring for children.
See that? Why is that? And we supposed to be the biggest nation or the best nation in the world.
Or the land of the free.
Yeah, land of free. And we are, and like you said, a lot of things we are last in, we do terrible in, because see, we allow society to dictate what we should be, not going by the right instruction that we need to receive, but we want to forsake that. That's why the world's in the condition that it's in. The homosexuality, the transgender. I ain't talking against nobody. If that's what you like, fine and well. But we ain't standing on that ground, all right? But I'm just saying, we allow anything, anything to go on, long as we're politically correct.
They're just like, and then just an example. That's just like God allowing the devil to come back up there to jail.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
It's not gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
It's gonna be some warfare.
That's right. He ain't gonna allow that.
And it's just like, okay, for an example, it's like what people say, what they on the outside, on the inside, they're really not.
They're really not, yes.
And I've been thinking about it ever since you used the example of the Wizard of Oz. You said the lion needed courage.
He needed courage.
If you, from the outside, you thinking the lion,
he already got courage.
He already got courage, strength.
Yeah.
But on the outside, he look like this.
Yeah.
But
on the inside,
he's not.
He ain't got it, brother. And that was powerful. And I love that movie since a childhood, because it shows so much of how the enemy can make somebody look like something on the outside, but in actuality, the enemy has stolen their identity.
That's why people can't really reach out to people in the street. On the outside, you see them as this tough person.
Yeah.
This person that's hard.
Yeah.
But it's the complete opposite on the inside.
Yes, absolutely. And we're walking around hurting, man. We are hurting, but we are destroying everybody else around us because we don't want them to see our true selves. Man, oh man. We ain't got to go no further on that, Brother Dwight. We're going to move on. Let's go down. I'm going to read this. Over the past decade, an increasing amount of attention has been paid to the widespread threat of paternal deprivation, including various forms of the father absence, non-participation, because you men, some of you, generally speaking, don't participate in nothing what your children do. All right? You don't care. You go plant your seed and you think you're a man. Neglect and rejection.
Right.
That's what you. That's the father wound that you're injecting on these children, on these young boys. You know, they grow up with fear, they grow up with anger and rejected, and you wonder why our society is the way it is.
Right.
We already said in the top right there that American society has been weakened by the alteration or by what we accept.
Right.
And that's what the problem is. We're willing to conform rather than transform.
Right.
And that's what you as a man need to be. You have to be a transformer.
That's why Jesus had so much problem.
Yeah.
He wasn't conforming.
Yeah. He didn't want to conform. He wasn't going to conform. But everybody else wanted him to conform. He said, I'm not going to do that. No.
And it's off topic.
Mm-hmm.
It's off topic. That's something new.
All right, bro. All right. Let's move down to go down to B right there. I want you to read that, and then we're gonna move on. B, right on the one I just read.
A father brings something unique to the family.
Yes.
Fathers make unique and irreplaceable contribution to the lives of their children.
That's right. Brother.
Unique means that they provide something different from others.
Yes.
They are not just mommy substitutes.
That's right.
Irreplaceable means that when they are absent, people suffer.
That's right. That's right.
The contribution of fathers to children, to children's well-being cannot be fully replaced by better programming, ensuring child support programs.
That's right.
Or even by well-intentioned mentoring programs. In fact, his children need their fathers.
Plain and simple. Children need their fathers. You cannot replace that.
Right.
It's something that God placed in a man to be something very special in the life of their children.
Right.
If you go back 100 years, the woman wasn't in control, in charge. In certain areas now, it is. But a father, it's not like, well, go ask your mother. No, go ask your father.
So the enemy use these programs to be created.
Yeah.
As like from a society standpoint, the male say, I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I gotta do. I pay my child support.
Yes.
But really that's just an absent excuse.
That's right.
Another absent excuse.
That's right. All right, let's go through this statistics real quick, brother, about on the absence of a father in the family, and then we're gonna get ready to close it on out. Let's go down to the bottom right there. So it's the statistics at the bottom. Run through those for us real quick.
The personal and social cause of fatherlessness. Children from fatherless homes are 5 times more likely to commit suicide.
Yes.
32 times more likely to run away.
All right.
20 times more likely to have behavior disorders.
All right.
14 times more likely to commit rape. 9 times more likely to drop out of high school. And 20 times more likely to end up in prison.
So what does that tell you right there, brother? What does that tell you?
Says a lot. It goes back to the 94% of men commit majority of all crimes within the United States of America.
Exactly. So the father plays a major role in that.
Right.
If there's a father present and doing what he's supposed to do, these things wouldn't happen. But as a man feels that he not gonna conform to the family, or he ain't gonna let that woman tell him what to do, he gonna jet. But he don't understand. He's inflicting pain on that child, not only on the child, but on that woman. And when that woman gets into another relationship, that other man, if it's a good man, he's gonna suffer behind what he did to that woman.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it goes on, and I always say this, Brother Dwight, is that sometimes women don't know when they have a good thing, they don't know what a good man is when they got it.
Right.
Because the bad man, the one that's not doing the right thing or don't have these principles, they injure that woman emotionally.
Right.
And then when the good man comes along and try to do the right thing by her, she can't appreciate it.
Right.
So it's a cycle.
It seems like the women, just generally speaking, women, girl, however you want to put it, that they would tolerate someone who's abusive, not consistent, not committed.
Yes.
Versus the one who's really putting in effort.
Yeah. And he suffers.
And I guess it's because he doesn't look like
Yeah.
the other guys in society.
Yeah. And that's a big thing. That's true. All right, we're gonna go through this real quickly. The healing of father wound. How do we heal this wound, men? as engaged and loving father is the most powerful man-making force on the planet. The